clothes.
Clothes?
Because we're not doing it nude.
What?
I'm teasing you guys! So Wednesday, what uniform are you wearing?
Blues.
And I don't want you doing these in blues, right? So I want you to be able to bring clothes to change into. Oh my heavens.
Why can't we do it nude?
Nope, I never wear clothes.
I
Never.
want you to change out of you.
It's an experiment.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did here, but we're going to follow this line. Notice how straight it is, and then it kind of bulges forward, and then again. Okay? So this is not a full straight line. Well, yeah, because there's a peck right there. Hello? It's called human anatomy.
Him and a man.
I feel bad for him.
Why?
Sorry.
Yes, that's what
It's not like that.
I'll bet he got paid, so I wouldn't feel bad for him.
so true.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, Miss Carter, I can hear your voice.
I'm everywhere. You can never hide from me.
I just turned on the closed captions and then muted my Chromebook.
Dude.
I'm trying to read.
I'm actually curious if it captions me correctly, because boy, do we have.
One of the captions was literally just, I'm freezing.
I don't even remember that conversation. That's odd. Okay, how we doing so far? Do we have the two lines?
She must be freezing.
No, not really.
Okay, well I'm gonna wait.
I wish you don't understand how his body developed.
How his body developed?
What?
Is that what you said?
No, like how it did the little squiggly thing.
What squiggly thing are you talking about?
Right above the bump.
Right here?
It sticks out more,
Right here?
right?
Yeah.
It's called, so we have our pec muscle, okay? And then right here, this is a rib cage. That's literally his ribs.
I thought it was
Again,
abs.
his body is bent over, so all of his organs are kind of smushed. Yes, he does have abs, but all of that's still getting squished.
I gotta put it
Don't
in.
look like it.
It's like I don't even know anything. Yes,
The likeness doesn't like look how it's supposed to be. Or
I would bring, so like this line right here for you, I would flatten it out a little bit more. Yes, so far that looks good. How are you doing, Ekberg?
Good.
What is that beautiful flower?
Oh, I got asked to the military well this morning.
That's adorable.
It was.
That is literally the cutest thing.
I walked in the door and he goes, hey, so I heard you needed a date for Millball. I rose to the occasion. And then there's lights in there that turn on. And he goes, I hope this lights up your day.
Oh my gosh, I almost choked. That was so cute. That is adorable. Oh my gosh. Who is it?
Mikey.
Props.
Mikey is
Storm?
Put up his game.
Yes.
Dang. I wonder if he's getting it from Mrs. Storm or Mr. Storm.
No, these were like all original ideas. Originally, he was gonna go in a bee costume.
Hilarious.
And then he couldn't get a bee costume.
We had to convince him not to. He wanted to do a bee costume. It's like, will you be by day? He was gonna buy like a multi-$100 bee costume. We had to like.
Oh no, yeah, talk him down. But can you imagine him like buzzing around formation and then being like, ah! Oh my gosh, how can you not say yes to that? Okay, are we ready? We're getting distracted. That's adorable. Okay, before we move on, I want to make sure that we establish his center line, okay? Because that's going to bring us up to his neck. Do you see that?
Do you see that?
So before we draw it on our paper, I want everybody to take their pencil, and I want you to trace the line of his neck, connecting to his collarbones,
He got some nice colors.
all the way down
Nice collar.
his stomach.
Wait, you let me?
So we're starting here. You connect to the collarbone, you bring it towards the chest, and then down to his stomach.
He reminds me of Coach Tom.
So if I was to move this, you could kind of see the shine from my pencil. Are you listening?
Yes.
Only some of you are.
Not really.
Okay. So we're going to try to mimic that same line, okay? Now, obviously, the only indication we really have is that it's probably going to start somewhere around here because we have our collarbone. And then we have a little indication of his chest. Okay? So, I'm going to eyeball right now. Remember, we just make educated guesses here based upon our information. And I'm going to make sure that I'm watching my line as I continue drawing. We are drawing the center line. Okay, put in wherever you believe it should go, and then we can readjust from there. But we want to establish a center line, so we at least have one available. And then if we can move it, we can move it.
Is that the center line? I don't want to make it too dark.
Your center line is way too...
Center.
So it's not this line, we're focusing more in the front. Yes.
Okay, I did the picture.
What's happening?
Right here. What's going on?
Okay.
Draw dark but light. You can see it, but you're not
So,
putting a lot of
this
pressure.
line, I would, yes, cut back a little bit more, okay? And then I would bring that line that we're talking about more so right here. Yeah. Does that make more sense?
This island is gold.
Oh no!
Adjust it.
We got our dresses fitted.
Your record fell.
So, I would like it.
Because I don't want her to really stay out.
Okay, we're ready to move on from here. Or is that, no, that's better, yes. Hello, I'm talking to you. Please listen.
It's alright.
Yes. Okay, so we're here. We're right here. You see that? Now we gotta continue the neck. Now, if it's not matching up to the head that you have put in, that's fine. We can move the head. But we are creating that dramatic bump line for his chin to begin. Okay? So we're going right there. Do you guys see that? I think I'm going to shave down his neck bump just a hair more. Yes, he does have a very chiseled chin.
Don't forget to draw his Adam's apple.
Yeah, but don't make it like a doorknob. We don't need a bulge. Now we get to put in the arms. Are we ready to move on, or should I wait a minute? Okay. That's why.
There's a line right here for like torso.
Yes.
I can't get it right. Like the angle is just off. And
Probably not.
So if his elbow's down here,
Does it cost money to enter? Yeah, no.
I just want to go with
$15 for a single and $25
They go,
for a couple.
how'd you escape from
Yeah,
that?
Yeah, no, I'm
That's like too much cash money.
I
forgot about that part.
Yeah, I don't want to.
And then the second one is to move
I have
It was
it's
Or we should
I
watch,
can ask.
I watched that one too.
Okay, we should let them.
Napoleon Dynamite.
That one's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't have anyone to go with anyway, so I don't
This is my
All
screenshot.
these years.
The second one, I told you, the second one is
This is my
It's not that
screenshot.
good.
and we bought it too.
So not worth it. The conversation not long.
it's okay.
No, the conversation not the long one.
Okay, it sounds to me like we are ready to move on. Let's move on to the back arm, okay? First, before we begin, please recheck your angle, okay? So my angle, it looks like it actually needs to come up a little bit more, okay? I'm going to erase the circle, because I don't think I'm actually going to need it right now. But to begin this, I'm going to focus on cutting this down into shapes I can see. So, if we draw a circle, more of an oval, do you see what I just did? Now I have encapsulated his shoulder. And then the next step would be to do the same thing. Okay?
What are we doing in drawing 1 today, man?
We are doing, well, we're starting our first assignment.
What is it?
You will find out. Oh my God.
We've had like 5 assignments.
Okay, so you see how we broke down. First, there's that oval. Then we bring around a very similar shape behind that. Then we bow and taper. Okay, so that's what we're going to try to start with. So we're going to start with the arm and the back connecting with that oval shape. And I'm probably going to need to readjust a few times to get it right, and that's okay.
Oh, it cuts into his shoulder.
Don't like how large it is, so I'm going to taper it down a little bit. Bring that back line up. And make sure that I angle that point in the right direction. Notice how I am still adjusting. So if you are still adjusting, don't panic. That's totally fine. Okay? Now if you look closely, the next step is to bring the arm, that like similar shape that we were looking at, right underneath. But I'm noticing that I might need to bring this slightly forward. So, before I move on, I'm going to readjust once more, because there's no harm in making sure you got it right the first time. Because how many of you have started a drawing, thought you did really great, and then you look back and you're like, oh crap.
I didn't look back, you told me to look back.
But then you look back and you're like, oh shoot, I need to fix this, I need to fix that.
I was completely
That's
happy with
why
it.
I show you guys in real-time adjustments. Because if I don't show you real-time adjustments, it's hard to believe that like you go back and forth with that like trial and error process. So again, I'm actually going to pull it further up. Okay? It is a lot like a jelly bean.
That's not what I
Shoulders are like jelly beans.
They can be.
I look more like a
That's
tic
what
tac.
it
looks
And then after
Like
A Tic Tac?
A tic tac. A tic tac.
Looks like a potato.
I hate
bruh.
No.
Bruh. Just
Have you never
I
seen
still
a
hate
potato
it. That's
before?
pretty good.
What do
It's-
you think
it's very
potatoes
good.
are just capsulated?
Bigger my choice.
Potatoes
Potatoes,
are a little
but they're
curved though. They're like a little tiny
And I
bit
didn't
curved.
like enough room for his
The only thing I
Like they
don't
kind of have like a
is
pivot.
like his wrist.
You extending your arm?
Well, that's a music show.
No, it's good.
Hey, Miss Carter,
Yes.
if you don't
It's also
mind,
really
like,
short.
I'll come look at it in a second.
You have to get him to fit.
So we're looking for the armpit line.
I'm just funny. I said I was kidding.
take your time.
What? Leave her
She's
alone.
like struggling over there. You're like struggling over there.
Bro.
Miss Carter, at the end of class, can I turn in my sketch to you?
Yeah, that's fine.
Rare case.
Have I turned in my doodle for too long?
I don't know.
I haven't. I still haven't. I need to turn it in.
I'm physically concerned for
Because I
this.
didn't turn in the disclosure.
My fingers are fingers.
Okay, I hope you are all still working on your arm, because there's no way I'm still working on mine and you're not.
Miss Carter, know your arms are long.
Okay, I'm going to double check my length here with relative measurements.
I have not turned my doodle for
Oh, you're
Girl, you need to turn that in.
Doing them in segments.
It's signed and everything.
It's not.
Okay, What class is that for?
Isn't it for
all of
watercolor?
them?
Isn't that for watercolor? It's the general for
All of them.
Yeah, what class are you in?
Drawing.
Oh.
She didn't even remember.
She was like, all of them?
Watercolors
Us already
this
having
one.
our
It's drawing
disclosure
too.
sign.
Oh crap, I forgot you were in that many.
Watercolors.
Oh, I have you every day, right?
Yeah.
Are you
Okay.
watercoloring it, or
Wow.
are you just drawing?
Imagine us saying to Miss Carter every day.
Oof, poor souls.
She's like,
I
the
did
nice
this
one.
week.
I'm her TA
They
for
switched
A and
me,
BA.
and I thought I was that.
She doesn't even actually take a class.
It's fine. Oh.
She's just my helper.
She's just a floater.
Yeah, I'm her TA for this class, but you're gonna be.
Oh my god.
Next year I'm gonna be float
I know you bumped me.
That-
No.
Sadly.
Then it goes.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here before I jump into the hand, and I'm gonna come check on you guys.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna stop right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that helpful to see mine versus the reference?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I usually just copy off of yours on the reference. It's easier.
Isn't that cheap?
You're supposed to learn how to copy up the reference, not her drawing.
Her drawing's basically the reference.
No, it's not.
Man, close enough.
100% sure.
It's the way he was like, it's basically
It is.
If I draw off the reference, it's gonna be like a weird
Oh my
squiggle.
gosh,
So.
that is
And then we lost this girth here.
You know how my glasses have covered up already, right?
Yeah.
I bet you
Well, she's like a prodigy. And we're just like little
How are you
mangoes.
bending them?
We're just little
Well,
mangoes.
I got hit in the head with a
Mango?
That was the first time.
That was a better time.
And fruit.
I got hit in the head with a compare to mango.
Is it mangoes? Are mangoes a fruit or a
You
vegetable?
try to play jump
They're obviously a fruit.
and
I'm more redneck than doing dirt.
Are they?
Spinach a fruit or a vegetable?
Spinach is a leaf.
Spinach is a vegetable. No.
Spinach is literally just a leaf.
What are leaves though? Like, are they fruits or vegetables?
Leaves. Leaves are leaves. Are
What is salad?
literally ground leaves.
What?
Why is it so tiny?
that's how it.
I should
What are you worried about? Which part are you worried about?
Isn't that like my original?
Yeah, so why'd you erase that?
Oh, 'cause you said
Did anyone ever tell you?
Well, I said that on mine relative to the back because I noticed I needed a little bit more headway for his back.
Yeah, sometimes.
He's also the little dents in his arm.
How high were they?
What then?
Those are little like pieces and stuff, and then
Right.
it's just like
No, it's-
That's why we separate them into sections.
Are you sure, brother? So.
Because then if you separate them into sections, you can create that like bulge a little bit more naturally.
This was like last year. And then he was texting his friend DJ.
This conversation.
And his friend DJ was over. He's like, I'm
Okay,
gonna
how's that
text
feel?
I feel really
A little better?
Thank you. Have a good day.
We have formation out there.
Did you say I have a bracelet?
I have to like actually be responsible.
What if I don't
No,
know
I'm
this
not
concept?
sure.
You gotta know that I said it.
I'm high on
You're definitely a little bit.
I'm high on how
He's like, why'd you say something
Nah,
like
you're
that?
so.
How many times have you said that?
I've literally never smoked a day in my life.
Okay.
That's a lot.
I think like 12.
Okay, a lot of you guys are trying to bring his arm straight back, but it doesn't go straight back. It goes up to his elbow and then it kind of bends down, okay? It's a slight change, but we don't want to get rid of it or it just feels awkward because the arm's straight back.
What is he doing?
I think that's
Guys,
a good
my
enough
uncle died.
little
Allows
band
for
right
that
there.
muscle to be there.
You know, maybe you'll be the next
And
Spider-Man.
then the keeper.
Grandma felt really good about it.
Yeah, no, because why is he so mean?
Scared on.
That's why
No,
I'm
you're
coming
done.
around now.
And you know what? You're finished. You're actually the ending.
So I
It
didn't
was a
like
mistake
so
teaching my
mean.
mom
So
that.
aggressive.
He's not in 2020.
I didn't have enough room for the face, so I kind of just left the face and
Welcome to teenage women.
Wait, we don't have to draw
Welcome
face?
to
Gosh,
Maya
No,
Teenage
no,
Teenage.
That I'm making you drop it?
I didn't know.
No, it's focusing on a body.
I can do blank face.
Shut up. Can you ask for your opinion, okay? I know like sometimes. No, not sometimes, all the time. Okay?
I love my smile. I just can't grow locks.
Mine's just blank.
Let me guess, you're behind? I'm not surprised.
Just on one of the feet.
No.
I'm good at drawing faces though. That's like the one
Is it just me or are you always behind on literally every single class?
Can you shut it?
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but seriously.
So I would just say recommend.
I'm not wrong, so you can't be mad.
Okay, I'm actually not behind on any of my classes except for this one.
Just he's a.
I already know that that's Cat.
Anyways,
It
he's a
definitely
surfer boy.
No, it definitely
Dude,
is.
no, cause for real, I was.
Do you have a Mr.
what?
Storm class?
30?
You're gonna be behind on that. No, you're.
Yeah.
I'm on
That's a lie. You're lying.
Yeah.
You're a liar.
That's what you call clickbait.
How come you're like 8 weeks behind?
Okay, that's
Glass.
for digital art.
Like a
Draw the circle, the end. It's not that difficult.
look like some
I know, you were like, it's not good enough. It's like Mona Lisa. It's not good enough. It's bad.
They actually have a perfectionist, okay?
You're gonna get a grade
I
on
like
it.
just realized that. That's true.
He's gonna be so sad about that.
Dang. He was like, you're one of my favorite students. I was like, really? You're one of my least favorite teachers.
You grabbed the radish
You
You
guys
guys
are
are
not
not
good.
good,
I was
not
like,
loud enough.
He like
that was kidding, of course. All jokes.
I'm so sorry.
I got switched to the better
I got
My guy's arm is beyond.
Cultural for Ethan. Legit.
Well, yeah, he came from like the 90s and the rest of the well, like early 2000s.
He was like my first PE teacher when
Yeah,
I came.
That's so true, huh? My first, who was the other PE teacher? There was a muscle
King?
guy.
No.
Yeah, King, I had him for participation.
Pretty short.
Yeah.
Like you're pretty tall for your family, right?
I'm the same height.
Oh.
Since
Maybe
when?
he did a better job.
Never. Exactly. So be
It
quiet.
was because what's her name didn't like
But
him.
yeah, and
So
it's
she
funny because they're
But if it's Richard Connor,
That
then
was
no
a
one else will
really-
understand
I
it.
don't know if that's true.
You know, he just found a
Oh,
better
the two
job.
brothers.
No, he said he didn't study
they're both so short.
He's the way he almost his certification to teach. It like wasn't allowed.
I was really excited because he went like this, and then he said almost as tall as me.
Or he's taller than I don't know. I'm not sure.
We're in the same flight, you know.
Except we
And you never
Oh,
gone to the same
crap.
place.
Oh, because you're like across the room.
I'm in the cool kids plan. He just sits over there.
it's funny.
I have those. This is cool.
He said,
I play cash by not by choice.
You know, the Mexican Korean.
Monopoly.
Who?
he's Korean?
Huh?
He's a little bit Korean.
Who?
His sister got the rest of the Korean.
Oh, bro.
You don't?
Trust me, he does not.
I'm pretty sure it is. Girls don't.
It's like 6 hours.
Do girls
the
fart?
first part of the game.
Oh
He's
my
not the
god.
good looking type Koreans.
No, they don't.
He's not like
Pretty rough.
They don't.
He's not the good
Never
looking
played Monopoly
Koreans.
before.
These are the
So
good
he should
looking
sit
type
there and enjoy, like, especially when I
Gosh,
start working.
They
so
don't.
obsessed.
I'm done.
Like
They
all
don't.
the
I'm done talking to
They
you.
don't.
Do
Do
it?
they?
Because you can trade.
Like calling you.
Don't do it.
Parents are too mean.
They're not being fair with
No.
you. Like,
Saucy.
oh yeah, I trust
Is.
But you're so loud.
I might go to
Oh god, no.
F Berg, if you can't talk nice,
A wheeze.
don't talk at all.
Okay.
Is my arm bad? I think we just need to readjust.
Except for that.
She's obsessed.
Does it go too high?
So upset.
Yes.
Nah.
It just hits so different.
And then instead of it
Korean
going
food
up,
more than Mexican food.
have it
While
kind
his
of
sister prefers
flatline.
Mexican food over Korean food.
Please, Korean food is like
does that make
I
a
thought
little bit
that
more
this was like a
sense?
significant.
Yes.
How you doing?
It don't really
He
taste
gave me
good.
like his little
Yeah, yours is
cookie.
all
It's
straight up, dude.
disgusting. It tasted like
Uh-huh.
mint.
I would have this.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and then I would
I
prefer.
remember that.
I remember that. Clear as day now.
Clear's day. Why are you so depressed?
I might
How are you doing?
Oh yeah, and I was like
Girl, you are killing it. Okay.
depressed.
Oh, did I not see yours? I think the back part looks fine, but your top shoulder, you cut it off short. Round that section out. Okay, are we ready to move on to the hand?
Yeah.
Here's where it gets dicey.
Dicey.
Okay,
Like Dyson's.
we're going to start with a box. Oh, do you want me to come look at yours? Sorry, hun. You're way back there.
Dude, that's so Miss Burner.
I know, you guys are all like in the center.
Dude, shoot. She forgot a student.
So sad.
Notice how she forgot two students, okay, wait. She reads boom, 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 skips me, goes around there, hits everyone on that side and doesn't notice me.
Okay.
That's because you're too depressed.
So we're going to break this down into shapes we can understand. Okay, so we did that with the arm. We're going to do it again with the hand.
She's so depressed.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to take,
Tell him not to be an emo.
you see what I'm doing right now?
It's like a train.
Okay. So if it come up and over, do you see that? Then you're going to take, and we're going to taper it.
Oh, the reference.
Yes, we're doing an arrow. Do you see the arrow? Guys, you guys are talking. I don't want to repeat myself. So we've come up and over. Then, instead of putting individual fingers, we are going to bring in an arrow. We're going to straighten out. And then down. Okay? And then your thumb, box it in. We're going to start with a box. So instead of round, we flatten that out. Okay? Do you want me to zoom in? Are you guys good?
We're good. I speak for the majority.
Apparently, you do. Okay, so with that knowledge, we're going to come over here and we're going to start the hand. So we're going to bring an angle up. Make sure it's on the exact same angle that you will need. And then we're going over. Check your angle. Mine's a little too high. I'm going to bring it down.
Or are you just making...
Shut up, William.
I was talking about his like freaking thunder thighs, like gosh.
Okay, then we come in with that arrow angle again.
I don't feel comfortable around you, William.
So check your angle. Check your angle. Okay. Bring the hand down. Hang on. It's too small. That's your biggest issue.
It's too small. That's not the only small thing he has. What?
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah, thanks.
I was like, what is it?
Come in.
I really think lying.
You look so happy. Ask Miss Carter if you don't have to.
No, I'm still gonna add it. I'm just looking.
We are doing his face.
Yeah.
Have you seen what she's done though? It's great.
Hang on. Williams, chillax. Okay, the top part's fine, but now his thumb is teeny tiny. What'd you do to it? Fix it. Notice how many times I'm readjusting just for the thumb. Okay? Hands are tough. Not a big deal.
Stop looking at them. It's better when you have to draw them individually.
There we go. Trust me, this technique will make it so that you find the perfect shape first. And then when you go in with the individual fingers, it'll make more sense.
Does that make me have to clean it?
Potential spam. Okay, this next part's not too difficult, but we need to make sure we map in where our fingers are going to start and end first. So, in this picture, I know it's hard to see, but we have the knuckle line. Okay, so that's right here. And then you have kind of the beginning of the creases for your fingers. And that comes in at an angle right here. Okay, so I would put in these lines first, just so you know where everything is supposed to go. Then from there we can start creating the individual fingers. Now we drew our arrow here for a reason, which means that fingers can't go outside of that arrow. So we're drawing just little lines. Okay, and most likely you won't have a chance to see the pinky, and that's not a big deal. I'm going to actually have a line that just kind of comes behind for my pinky. And you're just connecting these lines together. Bless you.
I'll tell Mikey. About your skin.
I don't know what's going on back here, but that sounds right.
Bumping me with her big elbows.
I bumped him and then I said I have big elbows, so he said he was gonna tell my boyfriend that I have big elbows.
Yeah.
It's a low blow, man. That's a low blow.
Miss Carter, what is going on here? Oh my goodness.
With your fingers or them?
Yeah, I can't even get the hand.
Hang on.
Oh my goodness. It looks like
If your pencil is really flat right now, I highly recommend that you go get it sharpened, because that's going to help you get those little tiny fingers.
should I would say go sharpen my car.
You can walk.
Actually, I'm going to start to see them for I can't keep them both.
What if
I thought so. Don't look at me like that. You amaze me. Can somebody go sharpen my pencil?
You can.
My legs are just...
Oh, I know someone.
Let me see your fingers. Oh dear. We must fix this. It is okay. It's okay.
This is what it was like before I started.
So true.
Sorry. That's what I was laughing about. She called someone an uncultured swine on the video.
Yes, I did.
I just know exactly where it is, okay?
It was definitely needed. Trust me.
Who was it?
I don't remember, but you had to be there.
Yeah, I think it was
There
me.
was someone who
Yeah,
edit
I remember it.
Well, that one I did not edit. It's warned in there. I'm like, warning, video is not edited. Because
Yeah.
I didn't have time to edit it before to put
It
it
was
up.
me, but I don't remember why.
I don't remember why either.
It was
I've
the
seen, like,
those
sugar
sugar cookies that have the almond on the
Oh,
tip
yeah.
of the
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was the witch fingers. Come on.
And then you call me an uncultured swine.
Yeah, because how do you not have witch fingers?
I've never even
What's
had
witch
one.
finger? You guys are nuts.
I've never
Yeah,
had
that's stuff on witch fingers.
They're literally a sugar cookie shaped in shaped as a finger, like a appendage, like a finger, right? And then there's a nut at the end.
I've seen it,
But underneath the nut, there's like red icing, so it looks like a witch finger. It's funny.
Oh, you
What
should
does a
make
witch
this.
finger look like?
sound very good.
They're actually delicious.
I've made one before, I just didn't eat it.
I've seen them in the store.
I've never seen
I
one.
cannot believe you've never had that.
I don't like it. Like
It's
when
okay,
I
you're
make
not
something
alone.
I
that I
feel like
already
my
do
hand
if I eat it.
is
So I
that
just
big.
don't. Anyways, back to the video. Anyway,
Way too small.
it's fine. Just, this is why I stopped drawing right here.
Is it witch fingers?
No. Just drawing frustrates me. It makes me want to cry.
Why'd you take this class?
Okay, drawing people. No, because I want
It's
to learn how to
literally in the name of the class.
I want to learn how to draw people, okay? I just can't yet.
You definitely jumped in at a very difficult time, but don't worry, we will be doing more of these.
Ma'am, I need
Yes,
some of your
fear
help.
not.
Can you?
This
Yeah,
is
one.
on my terrible hand.
Your hand is difficult, but it's tiny.
Is she like
I know,
19?
Mine's ugly. This is ugly.
No, I saw the name of the and she was like,
I hate you.
Why?
how old am I?
Yeah.
I took my class because she got
Good.
it was pretty young.
How old did you think I was?
Dude,
I
that's
thought you
what
were like
it's not that good.
Well, okay, I
I
was
beat the
17
crap out of
like
you.
at the beginning of this year. I turned 18 on the 18th.
Whoa.
Yeah.
A coincidence? I think
Of
not.
January. I turned 18
Guess what? I
like 2
turned
weeks
4 on
ago.
the
Happy
4th.
late birthday.
Oh, thanks.
Happy.
No, I can't. I'm only 18. Let's go to Germany.
What can you buy me?
I can't even get you cigarettes. I'm sorry.
What can an
Until next
18-year-old
year.
buy that I can't?
I don't think they can.
You can rent a car though.
The age
No,
of
you
18.
cannot rent a
Oh,
car.
you can
No.
turn
You
one
have
for
to
that
be
too, right?
25 to rent a car.
Well, I know what sugar body, but it's not very
For-
friendly.
The only
Unless
thing
you
that
do
changes
vote
when
for
you
them,
turn
like-
18 is that now I can vote. Other than that, I'm still a child.
Will you vote for my choice of president?
Didn't you just
then?
move out?
No,
You
Oh.
can move out. You can buy.
not until I graduate. I can't.
But you can still buy a apartment or something.
The law states that until you graduated high school, you're still a dependent on your parents, and your
Dang.
parents can get you arrested if you try to move out if you haven't graduated already.
Didn't the law say something about 16-year-olds before you go to your own apartment?
Nope.
What if you got
If you are
emancipated?
emancipated.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay.
And 16.
Listen, at this point in my life,
Yeah.
by the time I
Yeah.
turned 18, there's only what, like 5 months left in school, right?
I'm emancipated.
The,
I'll take
the
my
process
chances.
of getting
Like his
Wow.
legs are ginormous and then
I'll
the
take my
freaking
chances.
hand is
Process
like tiny.
Yeah, the process of getting emancipated, by the time I get emancipated, I will have been graduated, and so getting emancipated would literally be pointless.
I don't like this. I don't want to do this
That's
anymore.
kind of true.
Also, I would suggest trying to get emancipated because if you go through that process, they can also just put you in foster care and not emancipate you.
Oh.
If you have a good case.
Wait a minute.
So if you're not
Wait a
willing to
minute.
like get put in foster care, I wouldn't try getting emancipated if we're being
That
honest.
may is the
Okay,
restaurant.
never mind. I want to emancipate.
Yes, you may go.
I want to emancipate
I'll change
from
my
one
name, though.
parent only.
Oh, only from this.
That's just custody.
It's called my adopted mother.
That's called a custody battle, dear.
Yeah.
That's not emancipation, guys.
I don't want her to be on my legal sheets anymore. I just want her out.
Is that better?
I just want out.
That's so
That was like
mean.
the easiest.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at that. It's
You're getting close. So
That's
this
like
is
a
now. Don't forget like the knuckle. So just breathe, just bringing that
Look like
in.
an oven.
Doesn't that feel better? Just bringing that little section in. And then for here,
So true.
You didn't know that she was a weirdo?
Oh, I did.
It's Ellis, okay? We
Why is
love
it pretty
her.
staring at me? Like,
okay, whoever's humming, stop it. You're creepy.
Ellis, you're creepy.
It looks like a mountain. for a
Okay, now
second,
bring your
like a
fingers
freaking
in.
mountain.
I'm gonna try doing landscapes. I'm gonna be the new Bob Ross.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we're ready to move on. What time is it?
I'm gonna draw happy mountains.
Holy crap! It's 9:02. Woo! Okay, we're ready to move on. Yes. Yes. Okay. Let me zoom out because holy crap, we're close.
Hello.
Come in. I don't even know who it is. What?
Right.
Yes.
Did you not have your ID when you walked in? I have my ID. Oh, this is Spencer.
Spencer?
That's not me.
No, I don't even have a Spencer right.
It's Miss Carter's class.
Oh, probably try junior high, room 117. Because apparently I'm teaching everyone, but. Huh.
Teacher of the year right
I guess.
Woo!
I doubtful, but. Okay, the last thing we're gonna pull forward is that one line to his neck. Okay?
What is that? A muscle?
It's very simple. It's gonna come behind that shoulder and then just a tiny bulge A tiny one.
Oh, really?
Tiny, teeny tiny. Okay?
Mine?
It's a tiny
How's
little
the
box of orange juice.
Heck, are you talking? Someone's having fun over here. I think I need to pull that. There we go, that's better.
He looks like a bird man. Look at him, Miss Carter.
Okay.
Looks like a bird man.
That actually looks good.
Oh,
It scares me how good you
I like it. Okay.
My mom says I sound
that was
depressed
kind of
when I do
scary,
it.
Miss Carter. I've never gotten a compliment like
She's
that.
like, is that your depressing voice? And I'm like, no. It's just
How are you
depressing.
doing? Okay? Okay, we're moving on because you made me uncomfortable. Okay, I have a really hard time seeing this line, so I'm going to go ahead and put that one in right now. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did before, okay? So we have a circle here, like almost perfect circle. Do you see that?
Beautiful.
Do you see that almost perfect circle?
Beautiful.
Let's zoom in.
Beautiful, beautiful.
You guys, wish my dog luck. She just got dropped off at the vet. She's going into surgery. Wish her luck for me.
Sending her all the good vibes.
She needs it. There's a tumor under her chin, and so it's growing pretty quickly. We saw it last week, and it's already grown since. So we don't know. That's what we're going in. They're taking it out. They're gonna do a biopsy on it. So wish me luck and wish her luck that it's not cancer, because I might be an absolute ball of emotional mess if it is.
Look. Dang,
We
it's
just found out
okay.
my dog's brother got lung cancer. So
Oh, that's
Oh.
so sad.
My uncle died of cancer.
My husband said she was really excited to see all the nurses, so hopefully
Literally,
that's a good
when
sign.
I walked, my dad was like, "Your uncle just died of cancer." I was like, "Okay."
That's sad. Okay, so we have a circle.
Okay.
Imagine.
We're gonna come in with like a teardrop shape. Okay, so right underneath that bicep, we have a teardrop shape.
Why is everybody getting cancer?
Okay,
My aunt died from cancer last year.
Hello.
We not.
No, no. 2 years ago, my bad.
okay, please focus. Come in.
my grandpa's probably
Hello.
gonna die from
You
cancer.
missed the best topic.
Well, why?
Okay,
Sad about that.
Yeah.
so we have a circle.
One grandpa.
Please focus, focus. Teardrop shape. Then we want to go ahead and just trace this part of the arm, and we're going to put those in as sections just like we have with the other arm. So over here, let's put,
It looks like he's dabbing.
I know.
it kind of is dabbing.
When he was stick figure, it looked like he was
Okay, neck. This is where that bicep has started. Or not bicep, the shoulder, whatever this one is called. Whatever this muscle is.
I'm not prepared for this.
What's going on with all the voices today, Miss Carter?
Thumbs are more square than
I'm a nervous wreck right now, so leave me alone.
Thumbs are square.
He's just more square than
Did your husband bring her? Or her?
My husband just dropped her off at the vet.
How long
Man.
is it gonna take?
She should be done with surgery by 2 o'clock, and then by the end of this week, we should know whether or not it's going to be cancerous.
They made me change it twice.
Who?
That's annoying.
You missed that conversation.
Yeah, I missed everything.
You missed the conversation about cancer.
Yeah, that sounds
9:15. Yeah, I said wish my pupper luck.
I wish
How
Pupper
old's your
was-
pupper?
She's
kind of-
12.
Is it what kind of
That's an
pupper?
old puffer.
She is like the spunkiest 12-year-old dog I've ever seen.
Is it one of
My dog
one you
is
hate?
13.
No.
And she can whoop my 4-year-old dog's butt.
No.
I thought you were gonna say 4-year-old.
Yeah,
I have a 4-year-old that I haven't told you guys about.
Ever. I
I felt like
thought
I
so.
would have been the most
You would-
disrespected there because
100%, because I tell you like everything.
Yeah.
Like they
Oh yeah, I have a 4-year-old I've never told you about.
Yeah, it's no biggie.
I don't know whose dog you're talking about in the group chat, whatever, for basketball. So freaking, not so, but the other one.
I'm trying to
So
paraphrase
ugly.
this, but I can't.
Oh, that was Bailey's, the manager, I think.
It's so
I haven't really. I've tried not to look at that group chat. It's I've literally turned off my phone
Yes.
and it has 81
Good job.
messages from that. Hold on, you should.
I miss my
It's
cousin's
my
dog.
phone.
Her
I have
dog is
like
pretty
100.
Anwin,
Yeah.
she's
It's
cute.
a black grape.
She's fun to babysit.
You babysit on it?
Uh-huh.
And then she'll paraphrase this one from
Who
that.
sits on baby?
She's huge, and she's very scary when she runs fast. But my dog is faster and smaller, so he does figure eights underneath her, and she just kind of looks down at him like, "What are you doing under there?" It's really funny.
I had to babysit my friend's husky once. That was incredible. He just wanted to like attack me with love.
Trying
I was just
to
trying to
use
watch
it,
TV.
but
People don't trust me with their dogs or children.
Maybe you should reflect about that.
I wouldn't trust you with like a cactus.
I would do great.
No, you would not.
They'd be dead within an hour.
You guys are mean.
I hate children, but I'm good with them.
That's
What's
what's
so
so
better
better
dog?
dog. Can't be my first child.
I love dogs.
I hope that you are all focusing on your drawing because we need to get this arm done before we leave.
I'd rather have a dog than a child.
I immediately thought.
Honestly,
Exactly.
I know.
Like basic.
Okay, now
Why does everybody hate kids?
I automatically thought
Well, it's not like I hate kids, it's just I.
because like how could you
They
stand
can get pains.
My dogs don't talk back to you. So,
I just don't want to be responsible for another human being's life. That's all.
dogs don't run off and try to
are.
run you up with this weird
Yeah, at school, but I don't have to take y'all home.
Why specifically?
You are very much responsible for Quinn's life because you were like taking
Well-
care of him like he's your child.
Well, that's a different story.
Not. Looks like her mom though.
I don't need more children. I have a 37-year-old child.
And you're only responsible for a dog's life for like,
I mean, she's
well,
not wrong.
like 15 years.
My dog's gonna be
Although he
20.
did put in a brand new kitchen sink this weekend, and it looks
My dog's
tight.
older than me.
I'm pretty stoked about it. It's the
Can't
prettiest
wait
sink
till,
I've
like,
ever
rust
seen.
this.
It's so big that I can sit in it.
Oh.
We've tried.
Why?
We actually could easily put Loki in there too, but we've already done the sink bath when he was a puppy, and that was a nightmare.
What's up with people naming their dogs Loki?
I know. I have a dog.
Okay,
named
so
Loki.
to be fair, my dog is pitch black, like he is black as night, okay? And his personality, we named him Loki because of the reality of Loki personality. Like he is a black shadow man, and we call him that because you can't not hear him, and you never see him, he just appears.
Is he mischievous?
Oh, he's
You
horrendously
can't
mischievous.
hear him
Like-
or see him until he can't see you or
The only
Or
way,
Quinn.
the only way we can see him, especially in the dark, is if you look and see his little toes, because they're white. There's the only part of him that's white. And if you don't, if he's like tucked his toes under, you can't even see him. It's terrifying.
Because if he can't see
I've
Cassie
seen
or
Colonel's
Quinn
dog.
or
There's no
Carter,
child.
Oh, he loses his mind.
Imagine sleeping
He has
with a
major like FOMO
Oh,
and like separation anxiety. So if he cannot see any of his pack, he loses his mind. And he's gonna be alone all day today, and I'm really nervous that my house is gonna be a nightmare. I'm really nervous.
Your house is gonna look like a tornado went through
Oh,
it.
I love you. And
What?
how did I do the other day when they would just take her to the vet?
Oh, it was
Yours
bad.
is my favorite now.
Like we didn't even leave the vicinity of my driveway, and he was like, "Ah!" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, all my neighbors can hear my dog right now." It was bad.
Your neighbors are probably like animal control. Like,
It was really bad. I told Quinn, I was like, "Good luck getting Cassie in the car without Loki," and he was like, "Oh crap." He's like, "I didn't think about that." It's like, "Yeah, sucker."
That's when you take Loki and Cassie with the both
Yeah.
in the car, and then take Loki home.
Oh, I should have probably clarified that with you. You were probably very confused. Because to me, you are Ekberg.
because to me you are Egbert. Wow.
He's just sitting over here like, what did I do?
Yeah, he's like, Quinn? No.
I don't hear people calling you. Like,
You should have. You should put Loki and Cassie in the car, and then take them both to the vet and have Quinn take Loki.
Well, what he did, which I thought was smart, is Cassie couldn't have any food this morning.
Except I don't like your
So he put her in the car with Loki in the house, and then he came back and he gave Loki food, and it distracted him for him to leave. And I was like, that's smart.
That's only a Riri thing. Like,
Okay, we are not moving on today, but I want you to make sure that this arm is in before we stop.
Look at mine. She looks so sexy.
She?
She.
Okay. That's fine. Yours can be a she.
DNA.
No.
You just gotta give it really long hair.
We gotta give it some bigger boobs.
No. You can do whatever you can do whatever you want to this drawing after it's turned in.
Right?
Don't call me that either.
Which one? So what-
Okay, please make sure that you have this front line that connects to the arm and this other line that comes in from the bicep.
Okay.
There should almost be a point that happens right here.
Nice pencil.
It's probably mine.
I'm not even that big. Or friendly. And
Yeah.
I want to try.
I'm not that big. Or friendly.
Dude, I
Okay.
wish they could just make things illegal in this
I'm
world.
just like average sized and I'm kind of rude.
Do you
Nah,
eat
you're
children?
tall.
I've read that.
For a female, you are tall.
Okay, for
I've
a
read the
female.
original.
That means you're a giant. For most females.
Yeah, and
I don't
after-
really hang out with females though.
and the second
How
one,
tall are
they
you?
went back
I'm
last
5'11".
Nice.
Yeah.
second one they write it.
Now
I'm
you're
just
6'8".
hoping I don't grow anymore.
It's dumb.
Because the military will not let you be a pilot once you hit the height of 6'2". And 6'2" is even like pretty tall
You're
for a pilot.
6'2"?
You are less likely to grow now that you are 18. You might grow maybe a half an inch from here on.
The women in my family have all grown into college, so that's the problem. So
I
like,
stopped at 18.
if heredity is a thing,
Right.
I'm probably gonna keep growing. Because my mom at the end of high school, my mom was only like 5'5", and by the end of college,
Okay,
she was
but you-
5'9".
Massively surpassed her. So it might slow down for
Well,
you.
my mom's short, but all the other women in the family are super tall. Like my aunts are all like 6'2", 6'3". My aunts are super tall.
I can't believe you're about to say my kids are
I am the shortest in my family. And Quinn is the second shortest in his family. Not you! Not you!
I was like, this kid?
This is getting very confusing. I'm just gonna go back to calling him my husband, because that's better.
My mom is super short. Like for her